So hello everyone, my name is Nika and I'm the co-founder of Anibiome. It is a great pleasure to be standing with you today in this Vision Weekend. And today I would like to speak about the vision of the future beyond the longevity industry. At Anibiome, we are a longevity biotech startup. We are focused on the gut-brain axis, and we are focused on our cognitive capacity and how to expand it in order to be ready for the next step in the evolution of humanity. And in order to understand that, we must first understand the longevity industry. It will inevitably be the largest industry the world has ever seen. And it is estimated that a drug approved and labeled for aging will reach a market size between 150 and 200 billion annually. However, for a moment, let us just think beyond that. Now we live in a world where aging inevitably happens to all of us. And it's not just happening, it's occurring actively at this moment in time while we are sitting or standing here. We are all aging, and we can do nothing about it. That's why this number is so big, because it happens to every single one of us. But imagine for a moment a world in which we are able to monitor and understand how that aging occurs in the first place, so we can ultimately prevent it from happening altogether. That is the vision of Anibiome. And in order to understand that, and in order to get there, we must look at our nutrition, because nutrition is a language that is shaping our biology. Today, you already influenced the biochemical reactions occurring within your body and shaping your mental health. You already ate a croissant or you drank a coffee, and there was a chain of reactions that occurred in your biology. So what we are lacking in the world of today, in order to understand this tool, to understand how we can actually utilize on the molecular level the power of nutrition to communicate with the gut, and through the gut with our complete ecosystem and to shape our reality, is a tool that would help us understand the power of our gut as the internal bioreactor. That a tool that would help us understand all the simultaneous reaction occurring all the time. And that is what we are doing at Anibiome. We developed a longitudinal, scalable, and digital tool for assessment, and our initial biometric input is a photo of the tongue. We built the largest tongue dataset in the world. Yes, people are taking photos of their tongue, and trust me, they love doing that. So, the way Anibiome works is that through our app, you take a photo of the tongue and you also answer a set of questions on a daily level, taking only 30 seconds of your precious time. Through the questions, through the tongue, we are assessing underlying biological processes that are happening and occurring, and the chain of reaction towards our gut and vice versa. Because the gut-brain communication channel does not just go from down to up, but up and down. And we also developed a device, a proprietary multispectral scanner that helps us go beyond just the photo of the tongue and to assess different features on the level of our mouth. Why is that so important? Well, when we look at our gut, the reason why I'm not talking about the gut microbiome, because our gut is so much more. It's a complete ecosystem, and it's actually continuously in contact with the external world, from the level of our mouth all the way to the other side. So we need to understand, comprehend the whole pathway. Where does the food on the molecular level, where does this interaction actually gets digested, gets absorbed within our system, and what happens next? And in that sense, we developed Vitaligence. It consists of more than 30 proprietary machine learning models, and through it, we are predicting the chain of reactions and the gut secretome to understand the interactions between the bioactives and other compounds with our gut, with the microbes living there, but not just the microbes, also other, also the viruses and the fungi and so on. So it's a complete ecosystem, and the gut lining, the human cells. So we are looking at all of those different interactions, and we are assessing, time? Okay, 1 minute left. And we are assessing 15 times more metabolites than the industry standard. And in the end, we have our H-biotics, liquid supplements that can fit into your pocket. Literally, I have one here with me. So there are a set of fermented bioactives that are highly bioavailable, getting absorbed in the small intestine, majority of it. And we have already clinically and preclinically validated their effect on immune modulation. And we have a 90% lower carbon footprint than the industry standard. So this is a complete workflow I already explained. We have the photos of the tongue, the assessments, that goes into Vitaligence. We create personalized H-biotics, and at the center of it all is our client and their VQ multimodal score through which we are assessing one state. This is our scientific studies timeline. I won't go into too much detail, just going to say that we have more than 4 million euros worth of clinical trials already finished or in progress at the moment, majority focused on understanding the impact of nutrition on gut-brain axis, human metabolome, and mental health. And the top left corner, your left corner, is what is ongoing right now. Everything else is going to come in the next period. Our main vertical is D2C. We are expanding it to B2B, utilizing our digital biomarker as an enabler for personalization for other players in the nutritional space. And the next frontier is pet longevity. We will also allocate 5% of our equity to the Anibiome community. The distribution will depend on how long a person has been our member, how many referrals they made, and how much data inputs they gave, and I can explain it in more detail in person. We have been backed and recognized by Longevity, a longevity-specific fund, more than 70 angel investors, also mentioned by Nutrition Business Journal and Sifted. However, at the very end, I will now use just a couple of more seconds of your time, is to explain the future of Anibiome, the vision, the prevention, the understanding, the changes and the state of disease before they even occur, and how can we prevent that? That is the next step in Anibiome development. And that is 3D printing of H-biotics, our fermented bioactives, 24/7, non-invasive diagnostics, and also, of course, the next external frontier, nutrition in space. Thank you, and feel free to reach out to me and see how you can join us to take photos of your tongue daily, to enhance our data set further, or even join us as an angel investor or a member of community. Again, I would emphasize we will allocate 5% of the equity to the community. Thank you.
You mentioned B2B. Do you aspire to integrate into the peer system?
Well, when it comes to B2B, we see it as being integrated for any nutritional or supplement company. So to be as a provider of a service, so someone can use our existing interface and in that sense enhance any supplement or nutritional intervention out there. The way exactly the verticals that will be, we will see how it will develop over time.
Considered dentists to make it a matter of public health?
Yes, we did. Well, we didn't yet get there. In a startup, you always must see what is your focus in terms of time, energy, and the amount of funding you have at the moment. So our first vertical is D2C. That's where we focused the most, and especially this community program of allocating equity to the community, as well as establishing pilot projects with the community itself. This will be, I foresee it in the upcoming period, but not yet as one of the priorities.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Cool. Well.